And should go live in about 3, 2, 1. As soon as it says we live, we rolling. Come on, come on. All right, here we go. Hey, what's going on? Beast Mode Brandon back again. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. I figured this was a great shirt to wear. SwingMasterPro.com, 1K a day. On today's class, we are going to do a master class, right? I'm sick of Mr. Meyer, a whole bunch of people saying, well, where'd you get this trade or why'd you get that? And we're going to go over all that tonight, right? So let me go through it. What's nice about this is it is exclusive for us mastermind members, right? And what's good and powerful about it is it doesn't matter what market you want to trade. If you trade crypto, hey, it'll work for you. If you trade Forex, it'll work for you. If you trade futures, it'll work for you. And if you trade stocks and options, like a lot of us do, it definitely works wonders. So we do live trade every single day using these techniques. But the difference is, or the power behind this is not just one signal, right? It's very powerful. I did put out the updated version. So those of you that do have it, you just got to refresh your chart and everything will be updated with the new version, right? So let me go through what I got to go through first. Then I will open it up for a Q&A. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Hey, what's up, Angela? Screen share, where we at? All right. You should be able to see my screen. What do you guys see? My coloring book, right? That's the screen we should be on.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Let's go. Let me slide this over. All right. So first things first. SwingMasterPro AI. Let me make this larger here. Make it a little bit easier for us to read. First thing you do is you're going to go to TradingView, right? You need a TradingView account to get this. You are looking at the updated version in a nutshell right here. I like to say it makes trading simplified. It is very powerful, proven technique along with AI, and you got a whole bunch of stuff that is compiled together. Make my screen a little bit bigger right here, and you're going to see how this can help us out, right? And we just want to put on, we can put on anything, but I'm just going to put on ES. And if you do got questions or anything like that, you can throw them in the chat as well. We good, but we're just going to put on ES right now, right? Like I said, the power behind this system, SwingMasterPro AI, is not just geared towards day traders. It actually, you can day trade with it. We're going to go over it. You can swing trade with it. We're going to go over it. And we're going to, and we can invest off of it too. So it is an all-in-one, one-stop shop, I like to say. And it makes everything real easy. So let's actually just go into SPX. And that's going to start us off right here. So coming into today, we're going to go over the day trading side first. Then we're going to go to the swing trades, and then we're going to go to the investing side, right? I'm selfish. All right, SPX. We're going to put on a 5-minute time frame. Things that happen to the app. I'm on YouTube, please. Thank you. We're going to put on a 1-minute time frame, right? A couple different things you see right here in the new updated version. One thing you're going to see these AI Lotto highs. These AI Lotto lows is one. For two, you're going to see when we are getting heads up, confirmed bearish, you can see that our cloud, these are called order flow, turns red. We expect more selling pressure to come in. And then once it starts turning green, we expect to get the order flow to start pushing to the upside. That's another thing, or that's new that's added to it, right? Another thing that's added to it, you're going to see these little things right here on certain candles. These are our reversal arrows. We trade with these in the room each and every single day. Right there's a reversal arrow. Right there's a reversal arrow. We just don't take every single reversal, and we will explain all that system by system as we go on. And then the last thing is you have your entries. When that candle closes, this is your entry. You can see where it says break evens, your entry. You can see where it says stop loss. TP1, TP2, TP3, right? And if you didn't know this yet, when you go to the Discord, we actually got these alerts coming down in here. We got the Beast Mode day trades, which these are all 30-minute alerts, right? You got your entries, Tesla. We know where our stop loss is, the share price entry, TP1s. We have swing trades now, right? You can see everyone be firing them. They're making money right there, right? So going forward, this is where you can find this stuff in alerts if it helps you out to give you that extra confirmation, right? So just so you know that. All right, let's start off system by system and go with it. First system you're going to hear us talk about, right? Within this, on the day trading side, we have our AI Lotto high and AI Lotto low. This works on any single symbol, right? This is a lotto technique. I think this is more geared towards the stock options players, and I'll explain why. The market opens up, and we're on a 5-minute time frame, and you got your first 5-minute bar right here, right? You got your first 5-minute bar right at that circle. What I like to do is you see where this AI Lotto high is. If you come all the way over here and you see the share price this morning, you think I'm crazy, you can look at my tablet right here. I call out calls and I call out puts every single morning. I do not have any crystal ball. I'm specifically using this right here. And depending on the option price, this is what I'm determining. So what am I talking about? Well, the first 5-minute bar comes in and I'm just sitting back. I'm hanging out. I'm waiting to see if we start expanding to the upside or if we start expanding to the downside, right? The AI Lotto low, you can see it's about right here. It's about 56.80, 56.75. You can go with either of those strikes. All I'm doing with this is loading up the option strike. All right. These are the option strikes that I'm trading because I can easily get a 50 to 100% ROI out of this pretty regularly. I like to say 3 to 4 times per week. And one day is going to be a wash or even a loss. So if you come into the market and you look at this and you lose 50% on Monday, right? And we win, let's just say 25% the rest of the days, which we're looking for 40 to 60%, 25, 25, 25, 25, right? At the end of the week, taking one trade a day, 50, those two winners wash out. You end the week positive 50% ROI. Realistically, you're probably walking away with about 100 to 200%. Now, that's not 100 or 200% account growth. That is 100 to 200% whatever you risk on this. Some people, I started off, I'd say maybe about 8, 9 months ago, a year ago, because I traded this even before I introduced this to some of the elite members. And I traded it with one contract, give or take each day, it'd be about $150 to $300 for one contract. And now I purposely grown that account. I'm now safely trading 5 contracts. So typically, I want to say it's about $1,000 to $2,000 at risk each day. So if I risk $2,000, I'm okay losing $1,000 because I know pretty regularly that I'm going to be winning $400 to $600, or I'd say $400 to $600 on the low end to maybe $800 to $1,000 to the high end. And guess what? I'm preparing to lose 1 or even 2 trades a week, and I anticipate getting the rest of the days to be winners. And that right there is powerful, right? How do we trade this? All right. Hey, I'm happy you asked in the box, right? We get there next. So I'm looking for the first 5-minute bar, and I'm really looking forward to see which way we start pushing down, expanding to the downside or expanding to the upside, right? So today, we did call out the puts. I saw us starting. I thought we were getting heavy right there. And I called the puts about right here, which doesn't look like much. But if you look at this, it actually moved about 4 ES points and about 4 SPX points. Typically, if it moves 4 to 5 SPX points in our favor, that typically is enough to get us about 40 to 60% ROI. Typically, some days when the IV is a little bit higher, we don't get that. But all I'm simply doing is using these AI Lotto high and lows as option targets or option prices. Does everybody get that? If everybody gets that, I'll put a 1 in the box right now. If you don't get that, put a 2 in the box. So I'm just using those targets as option prices, right? Very easy, self-sustainable. So you guys should be able to play with that yourself. That's a different day's topic. The IV is implied volatility, right? And that anticipates what you're paying for the option, and that changes every day. In a real simple term, Nikki. So now we take this same technique and we go to yesterday, right? We look at this yesterday. Yesterday, we started to break down, and what did we get? We got about 4 ES points again, and there was 4 SPX points. 2 lackluster days, but they were very small winners today. I actually got hosed on my exit and actually lost $50 today. But yesterday, I think I made like $125. Then on this day, we took puts and we got the grand slam on this. We took puts, got the grand slam. We thought we were going to get stopped out. Simply, I don't know where the AI Lotto high and low option targets were. I guess I do have it written down. On this day, it was, what is this? Let me see what day it is. This is Friday the 4th. Friday the 4th, we got loaded up the 5770 calls and the 5700 puts. And guess what? We come right down here and hit almost those 5700 puts. Now, this is the problem, right? The problem is we trade this with a plan, and what happens is we took the puts. We saw it starting to break down. We took the puts right here, came back up, didn't get stopped out, did not take a loss, came back down. If we close above the high of the day, to be up here at this area, if we close a 5-minute bar above that, I'd be walking away. And then look, we simply rolled onto the downside. This actually gave you your 40 to 60% ROI winner right here, and you should have got a lot more. So that was a real good one, right? The next day, we got a put breakdown right here. This does not look like much, but once again, there's another 3-4 SPX points. On this day, we got the meltdown 86 down here to 73. There's about 300% ROI, right? Here, we got another meltdown. There's another 400% ROI right here. From 32 to right here is about 50%. So you just do the math. If you get, I want to say lucky, but if you have a larger account, you're trading multiple contracts, you can let a couple ride. So what's the entry, right? All right, so the entry trigger would be this right here. Coming in here, and this is just one technique that we use. We wait for our first 5-minute bar, and I'm kind of making like a box, right? And I just really want to see which way we start breaking to the upside, want to break out, or if we start breaking to the downside, right? So it's a little bit more aggressive. That's why we call it the lotto system. So I would have definitely taken the puts right about in this area, because then once we broke that, started pushing down, that's when I'm taking that. And I have the contracts ready to go because the target gives it to us. Right here, we were taking the breakout on the call. I unfortunately didn't get my trail in fast enough. Did we close at the low of the day? Nope. We bounced. And guess what? We all got winners over there. So there's another winning day. Over here, we took puts. And if you want to filter out even more, you can use the candles, the color of the candles, as confirmation to only take the breakouts to the upside. However, we just taking them as a lotto. We just really, right here would be our thing. So our first 5-minute bar comes in. I'm kind of boxing it in, and I'm seeing us push to the downside right there. I'm taking my put right here. My stop out is a close above the high of the day at that time, which would be the 5-minute high. And if you didn't take your profits right there would be your stop out. Everybody follow me? Put a two in the box. Everybody follows me right now. So we'll go back to another day, a real naked day, right? Right here. First 5-minute bar, we go a little bit higher, a little bit lower. I see us start getting heavy, break down. I take the puts. Up here will be my stop loss, a 5-minute bar close, and look what happens. There's another winning trade. Does everybody see how many winning trades we just got? Like we just went back and looked at? Today, I'm not even worried about the $50 I lost, because I expect to lose one time per week, right? And I expect to win 3 or 4 times. No, I'm not, Gretchen. I'm just looking for a price break. Are you taking profits entering a trail at a certain amount of points? Yeah. So I'm looking to go risk free. About that. I mean, each day is different, right? But I really liked about the 4 to 6 SPX points or 4 to 6 ES points, and I'm typically going risk free because at that point we typically see 40 to 60% ROI on the option side. So I'm just simply looking at the same exact chart that you guys are looking at, but this is probably the hardest or the most riskiest of this. So if you don't like it, hey, it's something for everybody. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. You did the AI lotto for the XPS today. You wouldn't get in any of those with a strangler.
Oh no, these are just directional calls and puts.
Okay. All right. That's one to
Yep.
make sure of.
So
Okay. Thank you.
I load up a 20 or 30 cent trail stop already predetermined in my bracket. So once I go up that 40, 60%, I go in that 20 to 30% trail stop just so I can lock in my profits. We go back another day, like right here, right? I see it start breaking to the downside. This would be my stop loss. And look what happens. Here's another move where you're getting 300-400%, but I'm just looking for that 40 to 60%. Got you. No worries. So this is all right. This. I'm gonna give you an example right here. So say we come in on this day, right? We come on this day, and we're looking. I'm kind of boxing it in, see which way we break, and we kind of break down, similar to the floor and ceiling, I guess you could say. But then I'm taking my puts right here. Up here will be my stop loss. I'm looking to get those 4 to 6 points. So if I enter here at 57.20, 57.15 right here would be where I'm going risk free, and sometimes that just melts down. This right here is about $250 to $300 on one ES contract. If you got and held it down here and moved your stop, like once you go in there, you take your stop, right, and bring it all the way down. And on days like this, you're going to make a lot. So 57.20, and it goes down here to 5,700. That's $1,000. There's a potential to get $1,000 on one ES contract. I'm not saying you're ever going to get it because you're not, but I mean, you could, but it's highly unlikely. But you could definitely, right, get that 4 to 6 points, go risk free in a trail stop, and you're going to get blessed 1 to 2 times a week, you know? Yep. So it needs to be the second, third, fourth, fifth. It varies. Some days it could be the 15th candle, Gretchen. A lot of times it could be the second, the third, the fourth candle. So that right there is our AI lotto system. All right. Our next system that we have in here is the SwingMasterPro AI signals themselves. Why do I prefer options for it? Because I can, like, if I take a loss on it, I typically lose 40, 50% on it, right? But if I take futures, because each day it varies, some days it might be like an 8 or 10 point loss. Other days it might be a 4 point loss. Some days it might be a 20 point loss. I'm not willing to accrue that trading the futures versus the options. So I think my bread and butter specifically is the options for this technique. But there's a lot of people in the live room that trade futures on it each and every single day. And they just go risk free once they see 3 to 5 ES points. And a lot of times they get stopped out for 6 to 10 points, but they're at least risk free. So you can double dip and trade all of them. Like there's a lot of people that have the Apex accounts that trade the futures that way. That's totally fine. Just know that like there's a little bit more mindset that goes into it, because you can't take a $1,000 loss one day and then take a $400 loss the next day. To me, that's not risk management. So like what I mean by that is if you take an ES trade and your stop loss is say 20 points and you only want to lose $200 or $300, you got to think real fast and be like, well, I can't trade one ES contract, but I could take 4 or 5 MESs. So you can trade futures and do it just fine. There's just a little bit more math for the newer person to determine that. But for you OGs, you could definitely do that. But you just got to understand that the idea is to take a similar loss in every single one of them. So in the options world, if we take a loss, we're typically taking a 40 to 60% loss if we take them, but we're also getting 40 to 60% winners. So our risk to reward is basically a 1-to-1, and we're winning 80, 90% of the time. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that makes sense for you. Nope. I just trade SPX because you can buy one contract on SPX for a couple $100, a couple $100 versus SPY. Free to take these out of the money ones. Like you could put it on SPY. Like you could take Tesla, right? You could say, well, Brand, I like Tesla. And you could take the same logic and trade it with Tesla. And what you would do on Tesla would be this right here. Well, if our lotto low right here is a 236, you're probably taking the 237.50 puts or maybe the 240 puts, and you're taking the same break to the downside. I just personally never back tested it as far as an ROI standpoint, because Tesla moves a little bit different than SPX. But right here's 1 day to the downside. Here's 2 days to the downside. Here's a day to the upside. There's 3 days. Here's a day to the upside. And here's a huge day right there. So if I was to take this, I probably would pass on this one because of that huge impulse candle, right? Then you come back to another day. This one is 3 points, which ain't as bad. I would take the puts there. There's another winner. Here I would take the puts to the downside. There's another winner. So it works on any symbol. The key is to use these lotto high and lotto lows as your options, right? And that's the power behind it. So me, Jamar, Mike, we put a lot of resources into this, money into this to get it to where it's at. And it just, I personally back tested it for SPX. So I don't know if Tesla's better, if it's worse. I'm not telling you to go off and trade it, but I do know SPX works wonders. All right, that's the lotto system. All right, everybody understand? Put a 1 in the box for now. Let's move along. Awesome. All right, second system. We have our SwingMasterPro AI buys and sells themselves. So any time frame you put this on, right? You have what you see right here is you got this buy signal down here. When that candle closes, you are now going to get an entry right here. This is probably the most simplest. This is probably the most what I want to say easiest or more simplified for someone to use, because you wait for this to print, right? Candle has to close. So your entry is that candle's closed, the next candle's open right there. It has your line in for your entry. You know the stop loss, if it breaks it to the downside, you're cutting the trade. And you know as it gets up here to TP1 right there, you're moving your stop up to however you want to do it, but that's a winner, right? What's nice about this is you see the SwingMasterPro AI. These are the buys and the sells. You come over here into our table and you see where it says probability right here, right? See where it says probability? That's actually telling us that we win about 85%, or we have an 85% probability to get a winning trade on SPX if we trade the buys and the sells. All right. So like I said, you come back here to a different day. They're not all perfect, but what is, like right here, would be your entry for your buy. There's your stop loss. There's your 1-to-1. There's a winner. Here's your sell, right? There's your stop loss. There's your 1-to-1. There's a winner. Here's your buy. There's your stop loss. You don't, doesn't hit the stop loss because it gives you the sell. There's your sell. There's your stop loss. There's another winner. So on this day, you got 1 winner, 2 winner, 1 loser. You got 3 winner. 75%. So we're actually underperforming for this day, but you're still net profitable trading SPX. Everybody follow me right now, right here. And you're not going to see the TP 1s, 2s, and 3s until like it's the very last signal that shows. So if you go back here, you're not going to see where the stop loss is, but just know, right, the risk to reward is very easy. When this candle closes, it is the previous candle's low as your stop out. And it'll automatically measure for an even 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3. Everybody follow me. Very simplified way to trade. Very powerful. I don't trade on the 5-minute, Brandon. I want to trade on something bigger. That's fine. Check it out. You can come here to the 15-minute, the 30-minute, whatever you want to do. And you look at every 15-minute and 30-minute buys and sells. And you're going to see real power. Sell, there's a winner. Buy, there's a winner. Sell, there's a push to the downside because you're entering at that close, but I don't know where your stop would have been because that's like right at the open 15-minute bar. There's another sell. There's another buy. This probability actually went down a little bit. There's a nice sell. There's a buy. Over here is a nice sell. So like you can wait on any time frame, but every symbol is going to be slightly different. So we look at this on ES, and we go into our US session. And today, what do we have on it today? Today, we had this sell right there, and that is a huge drop to the downside, huge drop to the downside. Previous day, you have your buy right there, push up, another buy, push up, right? And all this is kind of chop, right? I like to say trap. This is Sunday. No, that's Thursday. Where's this? Thursdays at 9:30. Right here will be our entry. Here we would actually take our buy right there, right? And you got to push to the upside. Doesn't look like much, but this generated 52 up here to 66. That right there is 14 ES points. That's about $750 potential profits on that move right there. So this is much more relaxed on a higher time frame, right? But once again, we're going to go back to SPX, and that's how we can day trade. I'm going to go back to the 5 minute. So you can put on any time frame. When we get into the swing trades and the investing, you're going to see how we can easily do that as well. All right. The next system, everybody get that? Give me a 2 in the box. Everybody understand that? Give me a 2 in the box. So we went over our lotto system 1. We went over our SwingMasterPro AI buys and sells as number 2, right? Number 3. This is one of my favorites. Number 3 is our reversal system, right? Our reversal system. What exactly is that? Well, our reversal system tells us this. If our candles are green, right? If our candles are green, and you're going to see we got the order flow cloud bullish, even without that, right? Because you can turn this off if you don't want it. I'll show you the settings after we're done with this. This right here is powerful because this is what you're doing. You got your SwingMasterPro buy right here, right? And price pushes up, and you got a pullback, right? This is a nice pullback. Then everybody see this reversal arrow right there, right? In the room, we call everything by names. We call this our boogie calls and boogie puts, but we're just going to call it the reversal system for simplicity. What happens for this, right, is simply this right here. You get a push to the upside, a pullback. When this candle closes, we got a reversal arrow that printed. Your stop out is simply right here, previous structure low. And guess what? Up we go. Up we go. Now, price then pulls back, right? Comes up. We got another reversal arrow entry here. There's our stop out. Price rolls to the upside. Then we got a pullback, right? I would not take this reversal arrow. Why? Because we're kind of still in this box, right? I would take this first one, but I want to take this second one. I really like the logic behind this is this right here. If we're trending to the upside, right, we make higher highs and higher lows. I'm looking to get a push up, a pullback, and the second we start hooking up, I want to take my buy right there, my stop loss, and I'm anticipating us to break the high of the last high. Price pushes up, I'm risk free. Then I'm waiting for a nice pullback, waiting for that hook. I want to get the buy again right here. There's my stop loss. I'm anticipating us taking this high out because if we're in an uptrend, we're going to make higher highs, right? There would be my entry. We get a pullback. I'm taking the entry here. There's my stop out. Price pushes to the upside, right? That's the logic behind it. So let me erase all this, right? So to me, if I see something like this right here, right? I see a push up, a pullback, a push up, a pullback, right? Push up. I guess we have a pullback, but the pullback is still inside the previous high and low. So I wouldn't take that. But when we pushed down and came back up, I 100% will take this reversal arrow, put my stop loss there, and there's my profits. There, see how we really don't have a pullback? You could take it if you want because you know where your risk is, but I personally wouldn't take that because I'm looking for a nice pullback and then another cycle to the upside. I'm trying to get in right there, all right? So in the room, you're going to hear me say, well, we're going to get a reversal buy, right? This will be our buy right there. Like I said, I wouldn't take this one, but if you did, you put your stop out at that previous market structure low. There's your stop out. Stop loss, up we go. Everybody see how easy that is. So you can trade this on any time frame as well. But me, I like to do this, right? If we come in here to the 2 minute and 1 minute time frame, I'm doing the same exact thing that we just talked about, and I'm looking for this right here. I'm looking for a pullback. I'm taking a reversal buy right there. Here's my stop out. And we have our order flow line right there acting as support. I'm taking this 10 out of 10 times, just like I did this morning. Up, there we go. These are 2 minute time frames, remember. Then we get a pullback right here. I'm taking this buy right there. There's my stop loss. I love trading this on futures because I know where my fixed stop loss is every single time. And then look, we explode to the upside. Did we take that high out? Absolutely. Doesn't mean I'm holding it for all that because to me, if I enter this trade right here at 26 and it's up here at 31, 32, that right there is about $250, right? That's $250 on one ES contract. But if you get into a squirt up to the upside or a push up like right here, 27 up here to all but 47, that's a $1,000 move right there. Now keep this in mind. This isn't enough of a pullback for me, right? To me, that's not enough of a pullback. I wouldn't take that one. Remember, I like that pullback. Here's a nice pullback. From this large move up, this would be my pullback. I'll take this buy. There's my stop loss. Up we go. Everybody see how easy that is, right? You can use this on the 1 minute time frame, the 2 minute time frame. I've been scalping the futures. Many of us pass futures accounts using this on ES and NQ with the 2 minute time frame, and all you're doing is using these candles, right? If it is green, SwingMasterPro AI is bullish. If it is red, SwingMasterPro AI is bearish. Does it work in a downtrend? Let me tell you something right here. So, all right, if you're looking at a push to the downside, right, you get into something just like this. Let me make this a little bit smaller. So, when our candles are red, right, and you get a push up, a reset, you take your put there, there's your stop out, and you get a push to the downside. You got that push up. Now our candles are green, so I'm not really looking for a sell, right? This right here confirms to the downside, right? Very easy. Now what really confirms to the downside is when our order flow starts pushing to the downside. Guess what happens? Here's our SwingMasterPro AI sell. We push up, we get a reset. I'm taking this sell 10 out of 10 times because there's my tiny little stop loss. Bang, down we go, right? Here, we get a pullback. I'm taking this sell. Here's my stop out right there. Price comes up, almost nicks you out. Down we go, right? Then we start really accelerating, right? We start really accelerating to the downside. Everything's in our favor. Order flow, right? Here is an entry, stop loss, down we go. Here's a pullback, entry, stop loss, down we go. Pullback, entry, stop loss, down we go. Now, me personally, I'm not trading that because that's the end of the day. I like to trade in the first hour or two because that's what I like to do. I'm a scalper. So let me go back here to the 2 minute time frame. I was like, wow, did my internet just go out? Yeah, I like to, I'd say like 25 to 50% pullback, give or take. You know what I mean? So that is how I trade SwingMasterPro AI, the 3 different techniques that we like to trade with. SwingMasterPro AI buys and sells. We have our AI Lotto system and our reversal system. 3 different techniques into one chart, and that's how powerful it is. And that's for the day traders. The last thing that we have for our day traders is simply this right here, right? You put this on a 5 minute time frame, and we go out. We can create an additional filter, right? If our order flow is extremely bullish, I'm not really looking to take shorts until something like this happens, right? Until this happens right here, then I know we start trending to the downside. Then I'm really looking to take the shorts right there. Once we get back above both those order flow lines, now I'm really looking for all the buys, right? It filters me out from taking the sells. I miss some moves, but if you add this in from a visual standpoint, it is very beneficial to understand, like if you say, man, Brandon, I shouldn't say I'm always, but I'm on the wrong side of the trend sometimes. If you go back, like right here, look how many days we were to the downside, right? Oh, man, what did I just do? Look how many days we were to the downside. Oh, man. What did I just do?
You drag the Swing Master Pro to the bottom.
Hey, there we go. We good again. So right here, we go back here to the 5 minute, and you see this right here. How many days, right? Let me make this a little bit smaller. How many days were you looking to take buys? Right? None. 1 sell, 2 sell, 3 sell, 4 sell. You take every sell to the downside, right? You don't get all winners, but you get a lot of winners, right? You get a lot of winners. So let me come back here again, like right here. See, you can't see the reversal arrows. Well, you can, but like right there's a reversal arrow. Right there's a reversal arrow. Up here would be not a reversal arrow. Right there's a reversal arrow. Right there's a reversal. 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 So it gives you those opportunities to get the larger moves. And that's how I day trade with confidence using SwingMasterPro AI. All right. Now, that is everything in the nutshell on the day trading side. Let's come over here to this ledger. I'm a multiple time frame trader. So me personally, I come here to the 2 minute, 1 minute time frame, whatever time frame you want to trade on. Why? I do not need to go back and look at all my different charts. You come over here to the ledger. See where it says last signal? This tells me on all my time frames, 2 minutes green, 5 minutes green, 15 minutes green, 30 minutes green, 60 minutes is green, 2 hour, 4 hour, 1 day. Let me ask you something. If all these things are telling us that we are green, are you interested in taking these buys and holding them for a little bit longer? Or are you interested in taking these sells, which are a little bit lackluster? Put it in the box real quick. Are you more interested in taking the buys or the sells? Every single person should put the buys. If you don't, right? I'm just kidding with you. So what I do is I use multiple time frame confirmation. I always look at the 5 minute and 15 minute time frame, and I take my entries on the 2 minute. So if I scroll in right here and I see that the 2 minute, right, gives me a reversal arrow, I'm looking to get in because everything is telling me that it's powerful. The next thing going down, this one right here, the last reversal tells me simply that. Right, looking at that ledger, I could say, well, I know the last reversal is green, so I know that that is good, right? Then we have our volume. This tells us what our volume is for the day in this box. All right. Then this next thing we have the AI pivot 5741, which is right here. So this tells us it's almost like a volume profile type thing. Bullish above, bearish below. That's extra confirmation built into that. You don't need to use it. I use it for a simple reasoning. We may come back down here and then bounce back to the upside. That's an area of concern for me, right? The next one we have going down, we have our probability. That tells us our probability, right? We have our AI swing trade. That's how I'm getting the strangles, the straddles, and the iron condors. I have this built in so that you can take the same trades I take without me telling you exactly what to take. Because remember, I do eat crayons. So you don't want to listen to me. I'm just kidding. I like to have some fun. But we built that in so that you can, yeah, similar to an anchored, yeah, like I mean similar to that, but it's other things blended together, Antonio. So we use it, we call it our AI pivot. But our AI swing every single week. Why do you think like I'm getting certain targets for SPY? Because this is telling me that if I follow this, I got an 87 or 88% probability to get a winning trade out of that. I repeat, 87, 88% probability to get a winning trade out of that. If that's something that you want to put into your hands, put a 1 in the box right now. All right, moving along down into the AI lottos high and low. I'm sorry, the AI gap up. I see all the ones in the box. You guys are rock stars. The AI gap up and the AI gap down. This tells me how much percent it has left, right? So it'll go up to 100%. The AI gap up means that there's about 61, or it moves 61% to 100. And to the downside, it only moved 10% to get to 100, right? The last thing we have, the AI Lotto high and low. This tells me, without looking at the chart, it tells me my strikes right there. So I don't even have to look at the chart and play with my sides and scroll up and down and say, well, where's that high at? Where's that low at? Guess what? It tells me exactly where it's at right there in the ledger. If you think that's sick, hey, that's crazy. I love it. Simplified trading. So that's you day traders. Swing traders, it's your time. Stand up. And we're going to look at we'll look at SPY because everybody can trade SPY. And we're going to go to a 1 day time frame, right? Everything we just taught you on the day trading side, it also implies to the swing trading side, right? Guess what we do right here. Our last buy, everybody said I was crazy, calling this buy alert out on SPY right there. Here was the stop out. Guess what? If you trade off the daily time frame, give yourself 4 weeks of option expiration time. 2 weeks if you want to be aggressive. but it's the same exact thing as the day trades. When the swing trades, it's just super relaxed, right? Here's your entry. There's your stop out. As we get closer to our target, the thing about options, why I love options is this right here. We can't ever lose more than 100%, right? And at that stop out, it's not going to be 100% loss. But up here at this target, it might be 300% ROI winner. So if we take a 50% loss and we get a 300% winner at that target, isn't that odds you'd want to put into your favor? Now, every trade's not going to be like that, but our winners are all going to be, I shoot for 25% and I go risk-free. I don't care about the signal because I know that sometimes I just want to get consistently winning trades, right? Don't be greedy. So now if you go back here and look at this, if we take a buy here, did we push up over the next couple days? Yep. We got a buy here. Did we push up over the next couple days? Yep. We got a sell here. There's our stop out. Did we push down the next couple days? No. So now we have 2 wins, 1 loss. This buy, if we entered our buy here, the next day we gapped up. Let me ask you this. 540, and it gaps up the next day to 549. 10 points in one day. Are you going risk-free because it might not have hit the target? Put a yes in the box if you are. Put a no in the box if you're not. I'm going risk-free because that right there is an easy 25 to 50% in pre-market. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't help but get 100+% on that. So now we are 3-1 right now, right? Let's keep going back. Here's a buy, 3-1, 4-1. Right here, you would get your sell. You'd get your sell about right here, about 497. The next day we pushed down 496. There's a loss. So we were what? 4-1, 4-2. Here's a sell, 5-2. Then we come back here, buy 6-2, sell 7-2, buy 8-2, sell 9-2. Once again, we didn't hit target, but 428, 429, we gap down to 426. I'm going risk-free because there's an easy 25 to 50% ROI. Right there's 9-2. I think that's 10-2 now. 11-2, 12-2, 13-2, 14-2, 15-2. Let's go back and look at our calculator. 15 divided by 17, because we're 15-2, 17 total trades. That's 88%. What's our probability? 86. We're probably going to take a couple losses here. Sell, there's a loss. So there it is. Does everybody see that? That's how you can swing trade simplified, right? Now, the next thing you can do, right? If you're in a swing trade and you're watching your cash cow, aren't you always watching or taking notice of it? Absolutely. Guess what? Now, you get this SwingMasterPro AI buy here, you take a winner there, guess what? You're done. You don't have nothing else to do this whole way up right there, and you feel bad because you see SPY continue to push up another 60 points. But guess what? Remember how we take them boogie calls and boogie puts with the reversal arrow? Check it out. Price pushes up. You get that pullback. You can take your entry here. Price pushes up. Pullback. Here's your entry for a buy there. There's another winner. Price pulls back. Here's your entry for another one. There's a buy. Pullback. Entry for another buy right there. So now in this trend, instead of taking one trade, you got 2 winners, 3 winners, 4 winners, 5 winners. Everybody follow me. Everybody follow me right now. So there's 5 winners right there, right? And the order flow is extremely bullish. In the downside, we do take losses, but we have fixed losses because guess what? Here's a winner. We get a pullback. Here will be our short. We got stopped out right there. I'm sorry, we're 1-1. We got another entry right there. Price pushed down. It doesn't look like much, but 499. It goes down here to 495, 96. That's 4 points on that little move right there. I'm risk-free because on these reversal arrows, they typically happen within the next 3 to 5 days. So if you buy 2 weeks but 4 weeks to be safe, you are going to be very happy with that. Does it work on anything? Oh my goodness, I'm happy you asked. But just let me show you one more thing on this. The selling options. See the AI swing right here where it says 6.7, right? If we take our iron condors, right, and we use this, or any debit spread, anything that we trade, they call me Swing King, right? Because they're crazy. Why do you think I'm consistent on SPY? Because I'm using AI. That's my secret. That's my crystal ball. You guys are seeing it right now. Now let me ask you this. If we take, let's just use an iron condor for an example. If we go up $5 and go down $5 or $6, what day did we move $6 or more from the close, right? Check it out. We're going to start right here, September, and go to October and give you 1 month of data, right? And this changes every single day. So it's not always the same. But let's just say, give or take, it stays close to it, right? So if we entered it here, next day, right? The next day, you get a max profit right there. This day, you get a max profit. Here, you get a loss, right? Then the close, 539, the 45. All right, guess what? Here, you get another loss. Now you get a profit. You get another profit, another profit, another profit, another profit, another profit, another profit. You get a loss. Another profit, another. Let's check. 72, 68. Guess what? That's another profit, another profit, another profit. This right here goes from 67 up here to 72. That might be a break even. We'll just call it a loss. Then the next day we go down 72 to 67. That's another loss. And then today we get a winning trade on that one. So guess what? So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, loss, 21. All right, so we got 21 winners. There's 1 loss, there's 2 loss, 3 loss, 4 loss, 21 and 4. Now let me ask you this. Let's say we just sold 1 contract and we were taking $60 loss and we were winning $40 to the upside. I'm a visual guy, so I'm going to bring my calculator back into it. 21 winners times $40, right, is $840. And 4 winners times 60 is 60, 120, 180, 240. So minus 240. So you just used what? You used $60 as a leverage over the last month. I just turned your account into it, $600. Did everybody hear me correctly? Put a 2 in the box if you hear me. Why do you think every single person's eating with us? It's not me, that's the crystal ball. We put a lot of resources and time into this. Feed the beast, unleash the beast. Guess what? You don't got to get 1K a day, you get 1K a week. Hey, the count loves growth. All right, so the last thing that I want to talk about is this right here. We're going to go to nope, you just let it expire, Simone. When we sell something, we are letting it expire. So you just simply sell the position and you just let it go. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. It's that easy. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. You could close it the next day, any given time, and take less than the max profits. But you're either going to win or you're going to lose. And that's why it's perfect for someone who might have work or busy or is looking for a very powerful way using SwingMasterPro AI to help their account, right? Now, I'm not going to say we're going to win 10 times in a row. It happens a lot, but I'm not saying we're going to do that all the time. But I did go back, I want to say, fair share of like 6-7 years with resources, and it's really promising, you know, very promising. I'm gonna tell you that. And if you follow the rules and use your risk management, you're gonna have I want to say like 97-98% edge to finish the month green, and that's odds we want. Now, does this work on anything? Hey, at the beginning, you must have missed the beginning of the call, right? Real quick, you crypto folks, Bitcoin futures, it works exactly the same thing. You could buy Bitcoin right here, leverage future, winner. Buy here, there's a loss. Sell, winner. Sell, winner. The probability is 85%. It goes down 1 or 2%, but that's all right. But guess what? Here's a leverage sell there. Here's a leverage buy there. Here's a leverage sell there. There's a leverage buy there. Leverage sell there. Leverage buy here. That's a loss. Leverage sell. Leverage buy. Here's a leverage sell. That's a loss. So you have 1 winner, 2 winner, 3 winner, 4 winner, 5 winner, 5 and 1, 6 and 1, 7 and 1, 7 and 2. So I'd ask you this: is that profitable trading for you? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Especially if you use leverage, and you can understand the power of it, where you might take every trade at 5% leverage, And if you lose, then the next one you might do 10%. And you are really going to crush it that way. Really, really crush it. Right? Does it work on Forex? USD, JPY? Absolutely. I'm not going to go all the way through everything, but it's the same exact thing. Like, look, you got the Forex, there's a buy. You got the sell, there's a sell. Guess what? Reversal buy, reversal buy, reversal buy. Reversal sell, that's a loser. Reversal sell, reversal sell. Is it powerful? I like to think so. Now, the last thing to my madness, right? We're going to go back to Bitcoin, BTC. We're going to put this on the weekly time frame, all right? Let me ask you something. If you believe in something for the long haul, do you DCA into it or do you sell it out for a loss? T. Nelson buys a house, right? And let's say Trump gets into office and the housing market crashes. Or let's say Camilla gets into office and the housing market crashes. Let's say either one of them gets into the housing market. Your $500,000 house turns into $350,000 house. T. Nelson, are you selling your house or are you holding it? Everybody can answer this in the chat. Are you selling your house or are you holding it? Antonio says hold. Everybody says hold. I'm holding it too. I only invest into companies that I feel have a less than 2% probability to go to zero because I like to buy at great points, right? Great price points. And that's it. I don't like to sell it. I like to hold it. My dividends, I use this right here to buy dividend stocks, right? Now, Bitcoin, let's make our chart smaller here. And let's take a look at this. This is every single buy that we've ever gotten on Bitcoin. Now, I mean, not ever, but for the last 4 or 5 years. Here's a buy right here. Here's a buy right here. Here's a buy right here. 3 buys. This last buy down here, SwingMasterPro AI, was $7,300. And it pushes up right there. That's 100% ROI return, right? That's good. Here, the second buy was at $9,600. That is extremely good. Our third buy was down here at $27,000. Everybody thought I was crazy. Are those 3 opportunities that you'd like to put yourself in position to? Put a yes or no in the box. 100%. We're not buying it when everybody else is buying it. We buy it down here when no one's ready for it because we get a highly probable setup and we're selling out into the strength. Now, am I buying it, holding it forever? This is the problem, right? I don't recommend that because there's always going to be another buy. So if you bought here and you put in 10K, right, and it goes up there and your 10K is 20K, why not sell out, let 10K ride? Now you got 10K for the next buy, right? Then price resets. Oh my goodness, my 10K is worth 7K. Brandon said SwingMasterPro AI helps him, and I'm down right now. Don't be that person. Do not be that person, right? Now we get another buy right there. Oh, my 10K is worth 12K, but I got free 10K sitting off on the side. I'm putting my 10K in right now. Now I got about 22K into this. Guess what? Right there at 9,600, right here at 18,000. This right here, your 22 is now 44,000, right? Now don't be a sucker and don't take profits, but guess what? Why don't you sell out of everything, let 10K ride, right? And now you come back to your account that you started with 10 grand. Now you got 34K just sitting there, right? And I'm going somewhere with this. Now it pushes up, pushes up, pushes up. Now your 10K up here might be 20, up here might be 30. You can do the same exact thing again. Now you add in another 20K. Now you got 54K, right? You got 54K. Then you got this huge sell-off. Oh my goodness. I'm mad because my 10K is now worth 10K back down here. You mean to tell me that you're complaining because you took 10K, turned it into $54,000. You got $54,000 sitting off on the side, and you're waiting for the next buy. Now you can put another 10 or 20K into this down here. Let's just say 20K. Now you got a total of 30K right there. Guess what? 28. Up here at 56, there's 100%. So now you have 30K. Up here is 60K. Guess what? You need to sell out, right? In these moves to the upside, sell out. Let 10K ride. Now you're bringing it back. Guess what? You now have 100K. But guess what? It doesn't stop here. You compound this, right? And if you are a slow trader and you're watching the recording, this is what I be doing on my retirement account. I use, you hear me say a saying, I day trade for my job, swing trade to grow my account. and I use the profits of both to pay my bills and funnel into my retirement accounts. My retirement accounts, 2 of them I have, one crypto, one for shares with dividends, are all house money. I did not put $1 in there. Technically, I put money into my trading account and flipped it, and then I funneled it over there. So technically, at one time I bought it, but right now it is all using this stuff right here and helping growing my account. Now, guess what? You go to something else right here. Let's just go to the stock side, right? Because you know, in crypto, you can do the same exact thing, GBTC in the share side, and you get more buys and look at the share price, right? You want to get into Solana, GSOL, you can buy shares of Solana, right? And I'm waiting for a buy, but that's newer, right? I'm going somewhere with this. Ethereum, check out Ethereum. You get a buy right here. Right there's your buy. At $10 a share. Up here, your 10K is now 20K, right? You get a buy right here. Your 10K is now 20K right there, right? What do you think I'm waiting for right now? I'm waiting for another buy because I'm putting a chunk of money into it, right? Even if you put 10K in right here, right? Even if you got a buy right there and you put 10K in, at this next buy, I'm putting another 10K in because I believe in Ethereum for the long haul. But anyway, I say that to say this. You find a couple different stocks that you like. You then can take money and trade only the buy signals using SwingMasterPro AI on the weekly time frame. Sit back, relax, and if you right-click this, you can set an alert on it to your account. Now, inside of this, right? Inside of this, you can come here to the settings. Sensitivity level, we keep it 55. Reversal arrows, you can do aggressive or conservative, right? What does that mean? If you keep it conservatively and your candles are, let me go back to the daily time frame. You go to the daily time frame right here. If your candles are red, you're only going to get reversal arrows to the downside. They take the confusion out. If you come back here to the settings, you like to be aggressive like me, you put aggressive, you are now going to get the buys and the sells, right? So you see the reversal arrow buys here, but we're still in a downtrend. So if you're not experienced, I recommend turning it off because sometimes I will take reversals against the trend, but only if we got a huge move to the downside, right? Because I know if we got a huge move to the downside, like, let me see. Let's see if I give you an example. Let's see here. Let me see a day where we melted. So, like, let me see. All right, like right here. If I would look at this right here, and I see that we got a huge push to the downside, and I saw starting to bounce right here, I would try to pick the bottom, and I'd probably put a order in right there. I put my stop out right there, right? And then obviously I'd get stopped out, but then I would take this buy again right there, put a stop out. If I'm trying to cherry pick the bottom, but I just don't take them to take them, I need to get a large move to the downside because typically what happens is if you get a large move down, you'll typically get about a 50% reset of that move, which puts us about right here. So I know that we should bounce back up there in more times than not. So that's what I'm looking for. And that's what I mean by that. Like right here. If we get a huge push down real fast, I'm taking this reversal arrow a little bit up because I know that we're probably going to come back up and retest somewhere in here as a super aggressive trade. And that's what I mean by that. So don't try to do it if you are not experienced. Like right here's another one. See how we melt down real fast? I will take a buy right there, put my stop out at the low of the day. But there's a certain pattern that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a melt down, a push up, come back down, and then I'm looking for this to break out right there. And some people call it the H pattern. Some people call it the W. So what I see is I see a push down, a little bounce, but we didn't get the reversal arrow. Come back down, then we start coming up. So this is a textbook W, right? If you're into the pattern game. So that's how I like to be super aggressive. Typically when we melt down, but you have to put a stop in place because don't try to cherry pick it. You know what I'm saying? But that comes with experience. So back to the settings. You have your aggressive and conservative. That's what that means. Then you come down here and you can adjust your time frames. If you don't like 5 minute, 15 minute, and you are a swing trader, you can put hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 5 hour, 8 hour, whatever you want. I use these ones. Take profits, you can change them. I leave them 1, 2, 3. because they're standard deviations from the stop losses. Right here is the previous day's pivot, and then this shows us the current day's pivot, right? So if we look at something like SPY, and we come over here and we reverse it, right? And we look at something just like this. This is today's area. You come back into your settings, you come down here to the previous day's pivot, you check that, and you push the last 10 days or last 10 candles. I know that, see this pivot right here, right? I would put a line. So at the open, these lines would be right here, those dots. Let me erase it so you can see. So I know that the previous day, this would almost be like a huge psychological level. If we should not get below 568, and if we do, we're in deep doo-doo, right? So today gave me confidence to take to the upside. Then the intraday pivot, the short-term pivot, is those lines right there. Now, if you have trouble seeing that, you can go back and change this to, we'll say 25. Now it's going to show us back over the last 25 candles. And it's hard to see because that area right there, if we're above it, it's green. If we're underneath it, right? So like right there, it's hard to see, but you see how it's red right there? What happened is we were pushing up, and we got underneath it. And then this becomes a huge pivot. And we could take breakouts above that. It's a little bit more experience. I didn't want to get into it on this call because we're going to follow up next week with more advanced techniques using this. But it gives you pivot areas. This is the intraday, and that is the previous day. I always like to know where they're at when I'm taking trades or use them as targets, right? A lot of times, if we're up here and we do get a sell-off, we will typically come down here to this area right here, right? So does everybody see that? But you can turn those off. It could be irrelevant to you. You could just uncheck it. Now, your order flow lines. I make them look like clouds and moving averages, but what it does is it takes actual buying and selling orders along with a couple other things and kind of smashes them into like similar to like a volume weighted moving average per se. And you can use whatever time frame you want. There's some people that use the 121 and 188, right? So you can use it as like bullish above, bearish below, and you could change it to your likings. If our cloud is, the idea is to take puts into this cloud, like you want to take your reversal arrow right there's an entry down. We come up, here's a reversal entry down. We come up, here's a reversal entry down. We come up, there's a reversal entry down. We come up, reversal entry down. You could use it like that, or you can change it to whatever you want. I personally use the 21 and the 188 for that, and I press OK. And what that tells me is that tells me this right here. When we are bullish, right here, right? When we are bullish, I'm expecting to be bullish, right? Once we close below and we get that official transition, I know that if we come back up here and get a reset, we're probably going to get a huge move down because we're still red. You know what I'm saying? Then you come into the next day. It's like the same thing. We come back up in here into this clouded area. We're still bearish. We get that puke to the downside. We actually come up here. I thought we would start changing the trend, but the dead giveaway was that reversal arrow and that candle back to the downside, and we would short it. You know what I mean? So I use it for this simply right here. Once you get this move right there, I know that we're going to start pushing to the downside. Once we get above that, we're probably going to start pushing back to the upside. And once we get below this right here, then we're probably going to start pushing back to the downside. So let us use it for extra confirmation. All right. With that being said, give me a SMP in the box if you guys got value from tonight's call. If you see the power behind this, and hey, we ready to extract some monies and green bags together. Yes, this is recorded. You can watch this again, but this is our masterclass on SwingMasterPro AI. The updates is finally there. I see you guys all fill in the chat, SwingMasterPro AI. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. And hey, if you are want to do this, we do have a chat where we do talk about it. Let me know. You got the update, Mike? Absolutely. just reach out to me, fill out the form, give me your TradingView access name, but it is exclusive for Mastermind members. If you are in the trade school, you do need to complete the trade school first, and you need to be in the DCG for at least a month or two, because I don't want to overwhelm you, just because I want you to succeed. You know what I mean? But if this is your style, yeah, you good. If this is your style, then hey, let's make some money. Let's have fun doing it. But yeah, with that being said, I'm sorry I went 15 minutes past, but I feel we needed this because I didn't want Mr. Meyer to keep asking me tons of questions. You know what I'm saying? So
you love it.
I do. Bring it in for a hug, brother. Day traders, swing traders, and investors. It is very, very powerful. All right. Thank you. Some amazing nuggets. Yep. All right. So I'm going to open it up for questions if anybody has any questions. Any questions? Or are you guys good? I know it's 10:15 on East Coast time, so. All right. Yeah, we'll post it. Yep, I appreciate it. Absolutely. This was sweet. Hey, we just want to have some fun. All right. So with that being said, I had one about the retirement, but you explained it well. Awesome. Appreciate that. So we'll get everything rocking and rolling. Let's all get the goal right here. 1K a day. Be there, be square. You know, live trading tomorrow. So now when you hear me calling out some of these trades, we will get that in the group. Yeah, I got you, T. Nelson. But anyway, remember, I guess you can't see my screen anymore because I cut it off. But remember, inside the Discord, we do have the alerts that are firing. The swing trades are all 4-hour time frames off this same chart, and the day trades are all 30-minute signals. It gives you the entry and the stop loss, so there's never no hesitation or questions or anything about that. So just remember that's there. All right. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys back your night. Now it all makes sense. That was the purpose of this call, so that you guys can go back and watch it if you need to. If this is your style, then let's rock and roll with it. But appreciate you guys. You guys are all rock stars. With that being said, never hesitate to reach out with any questions, comments, or concerns. You just got to engage in the Discord. Find stocks you like, post it up right there. And next week, we'll piggyback off this, and I'll show you a couple more advanced techniques that I've been using personally on this. I just didn't want to overwhelm you all. Needed you guys to get the basics down first. But yeah, anyway, this is recorded and streamed live to the YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch it if you need to. Make sure you hashtag SMP once you do it. You guys are all rock stars. I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. You guys have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. Beast mode out.